everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to Recipe Wednesday here on the Community Living Toronto Facebook page. My name is Shauna Thomas. I am a nutritionist. My company is Hockey Snacks, and I've been working as a nutritionist for over a decade, and I absolutely love doing stuff like this. And a lot of the things that I focus on now are snacks for families, snacks for young athletes, snacks really for everybody, because you never grow out of eating snacks, right? Snacks are so great and so good for you. So I'm so happy to be here every Wednesday doing these Recipe Wednesdays for you guys. So if you have any questions or comments along the way, please feel free to share. As this is live, I love interacting with you guys as we're watching and as we're making our snacks together. Today we are making snacks all about cucumbers. And hi Rachel, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So today our snacks are all about cucumbers, which are one of my absolute favorite snacks to make. And that's because cucumbers, you know, they're kind of one of those foods that just kind of get left behind a lot. Like, people don't really think about cucumbers, they don't get really excited about cucumbers, but to me, they contain fiber, they've got a little bit of protein, and they're almost all water. They're like 96% water or something crazy like that. So, you know, we always try and drink enough water throughout the day, but we actually get almost half of our water intake from our food a lot of the time. So, you know, if you're eating cucumber, or last week we did watermelon, lots of really hydrating foods for you, and really a great idea to eat hydrating foods, especially if you're not drinking a ton of water. Hi Sam, I love cucumbers too. Sarah loves cucumbers. That's fantastic. Then you're gonna love today, because we're making a whole bunch of different snacks with cucumbers, and I'm going to show you kind of how versatile they are and how creative you can get. This is only the tip of the iceberg, really, when it comes to all the different snacks you can make with cucumbers. Definitely, even on their own, right? Like, you could eat an entire cucumber as a snack, and I mean, it's low in calories. Like I said, it's high in fiber. It has some protein in it. It's got vitamins and minerals. I mean, really, it's fantastic. And if you ever decide to grow food yourself in your garden, cucumber is so easy to grow, and it is crazy. It grows on a vine. We always grow it every summer because my kids love to watch it grow, and it grabs onto our railing that goes up to the side of our house, and it looks like we're growing pickles because we have all these little tiny cucumbers hanging, and it's phenomenal. So anyway, absolutely love, excuse me, love cucumbers. So there are a couple different cucumbers that you can buy. Today we're using English cucumbers, and the reason I love English cucumbers is because it has a really thin skin and the seeds are a lot smaller. So you don't have to peel them. And you can just eat them. I find sometimes the other cucumbers, if you let them grow too big, the skin gets really tough and the seeds are really big in the middle, and sometimes you have to scoop them out, and it's fine. It's still really good for you. It's just more of a process. So I love English cucumbers, and they're the ones that come, you know, wrapped in plastic, which I still don't really understand why they do. But anyway, cucumbers are the food of the day, and we're going to start with making little cucumber sandwiches, because like I said, cucumbers are those things that, you know, they always go out on a veggie tray and they're always gone. Everybody loves them, but sometimes we don't think of them beyond that veggie tray, right? So what we're going to do here today is make these little sandwiches. So we're just going to slice this cucumber, slice a few rounds here. And then we're going to make it like we would a sandwich. So we're going to take, you know, our bottom of our cucumber, and I have here some roast chicken. You can use, if you have like lunch meat, turkey, ham slices, whatever you've got going, just make a little sandwich, but use the cucumber instead of the bread. And it looks really, really nice when you put it all together. So here I have my cucumber, I have my chicken, and I'm going to put another piece of cucumber on top. Now the key here is you want to secure it with a toothpick, because cucumber can be kind of slippery and things tend to fall apart. But there you go. We have a little chicken and cheese cucumber sandwich, and we can make another one here, and they look really great, sort of, you know, all lined up on a row. If you're having, you know, a little party, or you just want to make sort of a fancy snack or a fancy lunch and just do something a little bit different. I mean, we have the time now, right? So it's nice to kind of, you know, make that little extra effort every once in a while. And you know, you'll see, you might eat a little bit more healthy stuff, right? It's so cute. It's super cute. And now you could add a little bit of mustard in here. You can make it a real sandwich. You can do lettuce, tomato. You can do whatever you want in here. It's a really great little combo, and all different kinds of cheeses. You can go wild with this, absolutely, and make it really fun. So if you have a whole slew of these, you know, going on a tray with a bunch of different toppings, I bet you they'd be one of the first things to go at a party, because they're so bright and colorful and fresh looking, right? So I'm just going to make one more, and then I can show you how great they look just sitting on a tray. Really nice and simple. And I'm using a cheddar cheese here, like an old aged cheddar. It's nice and sharp, and it's going to be a great contrast with that really mild flavor of a cucumber. See? So let me just show you here how great it looks, right? It's so simple to do, and it's something that just, you know, can liven up a lunch for you guys. Now I have a question for you, because in my house, there's a huge debate about cucumbers. So I love cucumbers. All three of my kids love cucumbers. My husband hates cucumbers. He says that the flavor is overpowering, and that he can always smell it in the kitchen if I've cut it, and he can always taste it if it's even was on the cutting board or anything like that. Is there anyone out there that feels the same way about cucumber, or do we all love cucumber? Because he, you know, if you go, you know, to a fancy place or something and they have cucumber in the water, he won't drink it. He thinks it's gross. But the rest of us absolutely love it. And why not? I think it is so good for you. I always have them with hummus. Yes, Sam. And in fact, you know what? Let's do that right now. I'm going to cut a few more slices, and I made my own hummus. Now, I'm not saying that you need to do that, obviously. You can just go out and buy your own hummus. But hummus is essentially, here's my own. I just made it actually just before I came live here. And what it is a can of chickpeas, and about a 1/4 cup of tahini, which is a sesame seed paste. And then I added the juice from 1 lemon, a couple of garlic cloves, some salt, and a little bit of water. So my hummus doesn't have any extra oil in it. That's what you'll find a lot of the store-bought hummuses have. But that's it. It's really easy. And then you have it in the food processor. And right next to these little sandwiches, we're going to put some pretty little hummus bites with hummus, or cucumber bites with hummus on top. And this definitely is a favorite everywhere. Everybody loves cucumbers with hummus on top because it's just delicious, and it's a really good combo, and it really tastes so good, right? It has that like rich flavor of the garlic and the salt and all of that stuff with the fresh cucumber. I mean, there's not a lot better than that. It is so, so good for you. All right, Zachary says that he likes cucumber. Good, so you're gonna love all the stuff we're doing today. So the next recipe I wanna do is kind of a twist on a classic. So you notice, I'm sure, that cucumber and cream cheese are like peas and carrots, right? Like cucumber and cream cheese go together always. And you know, in England, when they have tea time, they have little cucumber sandwiches with really thinly sliced cucumber and cream cheese spread on the bread, and they're cut without the crusts, and they're so good. And it's the same thing, right? That kind of richness of the cream cheese and the freshness of the cucumber. So today we're doing our own little take on this, and it's going to be so super delicious. And I think you guys are going to love it. And I can't believe how much my kids eat when we add this little extra element on top. So you can see here I have a block of cream cheese. And I mean, you can get cream cheese in tubs, you can get it whipped, you have specialty cream cheese, you can get it in these blocks. Ooh, I also love kimchi. Yes, I love kimchi too. It is so good and spicy. So what I'm gonna do is just cut it into squares, just to make my life a little bit easier to put on top of these cucumber rounds. But what you can do if you want to get really fancy is sort of warm the cream cheese up a little bit and pipe it on top, and that makes it like extra super fancy. I'm not going super fancy today. I'm literally putting a block of cream cheese on here. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for tuning in and watching. So we are doing, can you guys see my cutting board here? Can you guys comment if you can see my cutting board? And then I can do this stuff right here where you can see it. And so we have our 4 little cucumber bites here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add this amazing flavor on top. And what it is it's called my everything bagel spice. Now, have you guys ever had an everything bagel? Like you go to Tim Hortons or a sandwich shop and they have everything bagels, and what they have on them is sesame seeds and poppy seeds and all these different flavors. And you know, I think they usually have like onion inside the bagel and all this good stuff, and it just has everything, all the flavors from all the bagels in one. So what we're gonna do is make an everything bagel spice and top these with just a little sprinkling of it. And it's so good. I can't even tell you guys how good this is. So I'm gonna show you how to make it, and it is super, super easy, okay? So we're starting with those 2 seeds I mentioned. So we have here sesame seeds, and we also have poppy seeds. And these are the classic combination in an everything bagel spice. And we're gonna just add those both in. That's a tablespoon of each, okay? So we have that here in our little mixing bowl. And then we are going to add some garlic powder and some onion powder. Now, if you don't like garlic or you don't like onion, you can absolutely omit this. You can make this however you like it, but it's about a teaspoon of each, of the garlic powder and of the onion powder. And now this is, the great thing about this is it's reusable, right? If you don't use all of it up now, you just pack it up, put it in your spice cupboard, and you can use it another time, which is what is so great about this. It's not gonna go bad. And the last ingredient is a little bit of salt. So you wanna be careful. Cream cheese is already a little bit salty. So we're just gonna add, you know, a few shakes of the salt, and we're gonna mix that all together, and there you have it. It's that simple, okay? This everything bagel spice. And I'm telling you, it smells like a bakery. Like it's unbelievable how simple this is. And you could put this on toast in the morning and make it seem like an everything toast. There's so many different ways that you could use this spice, and it's really, really delicious. But what we're gonna do is take our little cream cheese squares on our cucumber and just do that on top. You see that? And it is honestly, I'm telling you, it couldn't be simpler, and it is so popular in my house. Something so simple, and it just really elevates the cucumber and cream cheese. Now you could make these into little sandwiches as well. You know, you can do so many things, but we're just gonna do that for now, and we're gonna put this aside. But look at this, look how amazing that is. See, we have our cucumber and cream cheese topped with our everything bagel spice, our cucumber and hummus bites, and our cucumber sandwiches. And we're not done. We have these 3, which are so good, and on their own, I mean, if you were to serve this platter, unless it was to my husband, if you served it to anybody else, they would absolutely love this, right? It looks fresh, it looks delicious. We put minimal effort in here, but I mean, it looks so good. It really looks like, you know, we've been slaving away, which is fantastic. So the next 2 things we're gonna do, the first one is kind of a variation of ants on a log. So ants on a log, the classic ants on a log, are celery sticks filled with peanut butter or cream cheese and then topped with raisins or something else. So we're gonna do that same thing with cucumber, and what we're gonna do is just cut the end off here, and we're gonna make boats. So we're just gonna slice it right in half. We have our 2 halves here. And now this is where you could use that other cucumber, because we're actually gonna cut out the middle a little bit. And what I like to do to cut out the middle, instead of scooping, which you totally could do, you could get a spoon and scoop it, is just cut a little V down the middle, kind of right where the seeds are, and there you go. Okay, and then that just gives you, see, it gives you enough room to fill it with something, whatever you like. Now, I don't think peanut butter would be the best choice here, but I definitely think cream cheese would be. So we are going to fill one with cream cheese. Ooh, and maybe, oh, I know. And then we're gonna do one with something else. Sam says, I'm having kimchi ramen as I'm watching this. Ooh, so good. I'm jealous, actually. But I'm gonna eat probably all of this after. I might share with my kids. But I am jealous. That sounds so good. So what we're gonna do here with our cucumber boats is we are going to cut another little piece of our cream cheese here, and we're gonna put that right in the middle. And now, you know, the classic Ants on a Log is obviously a little bit sweeter with the peanut butter and the raisins and things like that. And this is a little more savory. So you can see the cucumber in the middle there. So what we're gonna do is take a cherry tomato, and we are just gonna chop it up into small little bits, and these are gonna be our ants on a log. Now, this is where you can get really creative. You can put whatever you want on top of this, and you can put whatever you want inside. So, you know, it doesn't have to be cream cheese. In fact, see, look at that. Nice little bite, so easy. Another option is cottage cheese. Okay, we could fill it with cottage cheese, or another one is avocado. So you can open up, actually I'll show you here. So how we open up an avocado. All right, so we have this here. First, if you know it's ripe, if you can squeeze it a little bit and it's soft. Now you don't want to be able to dent it with your finger. If it's too soft, that means it's probably overripe. But if it's just, it has a little bit of give, it's probably ready. And what I like to do is I take my knife and I go, there's a pit right in the middle. So I go all the way around here. And then what we do is we twist it and open it up. There you go. So how we are going to fill this, let me grab a little spoon here. So now that we've opened the avocado, and by the way, it is so soft and perfect, we are going to take a little side scoop here, just like this, and we are going to put that in our, this is like a green machine. Look at all that delicious green goodness. And now this is your choice. You could do more cherry tomatoes on top, which would be a really nice combo. You could add more cucumber pieces on top. You could do cheese on top. What goes with avocado? Beans. You could put little black beans on top. Those would look like ants on a log. Nice healthy snack. You're right, Debbie? I know. Isn't it great? Just a nice, quick, easy, healthy snack. And there's so many different ways. We've already done 4 or 5 different ways that you can use cucumber in a nice, easy snack. So we have our avocado bite, which is really looking good, and we have our cream cheese bite as well. So that's another way to do it. And these ones can be a little heartier because they're a good size, right? So we have these ones here. I'm just gonna kind of move my stuff. I have so many things, it's crowding up my plate. And then our last snack that we're making today is, I guess this one isn't really a classic, but I absolutely love the combination. I have it with soy sauce. Oh, kimchi with soy sauce? Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe cucumber. Actually, I feel like cucumber and soy sauce might not be so bad. A little salty and fresh. That would be really, really good, actually. Oh, yeah. Well, especially when you think about sushi, right? It always has cucumber in it, and you dip that in soy sauce. That would be a really good combo. But my husband, once again, doesn't like cucumber, so whenever we eat sushi, we have to poke the cucumber out for him. Anyway, not everybody's gonna like everything, right? And that's okay. That's what makes us all different and awesome. All right, so now we are making our final cucumber snack, and this one is one of my favorites. Like I was saying, it's probably not a classic, but I love it because I think it's just a really good combination. So this is tuna, okay? Oh, the avocado, actually, yes. Yeah, avocado, soy sauce, delicious. I like mine with balsamic vinegar. Really good combo too. So we're taking here, we have a can of tuna that was in water. We've drained it and just put it in this bowl here. And now a lot of people, when they make tuna salad, will mix it with mayonnaise. And you know, there's nothing wrong with having mayonnaise every once in a while, but mayonnaise is essentially oil and egg. So instead of putting that in our tuna salad today, I'm going to flavor it up with some plain Greek yogurt for some creaminess, okay? And we're also gonna add, I have this mustard. It's like a smoky honey mustard, so delicious. A little bit of sweet, a little bit of smoke. I really like it. The flavor is so, so good, but you can add whatever mustard you have. Regular yellow mustard, Dijon mustard, honey mustard, grainy mustard, whatever you've got going on, go ahead and add it in. So we have our yogurt, we have a little bit of mustard, we're gonna add some salt and pepper, okay? You always wanna season because that is where a lot of the flavor comes from, right? So salt and pepper in there. And then we're just gonna stir this together. And I didn't add too much. I don't want it to be like overly sauced and saucy. I'm just trying to do something that's gonna hold the tuna together and give it that flavor, right? We wanna kind of flavor the tuna up. If this really isn't your thing and you're like, I can't believe she just put yogurt in that, I'm totally doing mayonnaise, you go right ahead. Or if you don't like tuna, you know, if you have canned chicken, you could use this too, or even like shrimp would be something you could do and pile on cucumber or cracker. Like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many variations with cucumber that you could do. And what we're gonna do here, and this is really, really easy, is we have a cracker. We're gonna put a little bit of our tuna on there, and then we're just gonna top it with a piece of cucumber. And how good is that? So you have the crunch, you have the fresh, you have a little bit of this like umami flavor, right? With the tuna, and it's rich, all of that. And all of those different flavors together just make the best bite. And that's what we're trying to do today, is make these delicious bites that people are really gonna look forward to eating. So we'll make a couple more of those. You could also top it with, you know, I have my cheese here, I have my tomatoes here. You could definitely do, you know, you could keep piling this up and making towers with it. You could do whatever you'd like there, and keep it really simple and easy. Use what you have at home, and you know, get creative. Make these snacks. I want to see if you guys are making snacks with cucumbers. Tag me in them. I would love to see them. If you have more ideas, send them my way. I would love to talk about it. This is totally my jam. So I hope you guys liked all of these snacks. I'm going to go over them just one more time. The recipes were posted before this, so you can kind of scroll up the Facebook page and find them. But if you do have any questions, please get in touch with me anytime. I'm happy to answer them anytime for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do have another Recipe Wednesday coming up next week that is going to be delicious as well. Same sort of idea, a good snack with lots of variations. But before we go, let's go over what we made today. So we have here our cucumber sandwiches that are held together with a toothpick. We have some roasted chicken and some aged cheddar held with our cucumbers there. You could put in whatever lunch meat you have, whatever leftover meat you have, whatever cheese you've got going on. You could throw tomatoes in there, avocados in there, whatever. Make those little sandwiches. Sarah, you are so welcome. Thank you for coming. Second here, we have our cucumber hummus bites, which are simple, but I couldn't not include them because they are so popular and so amazing, right? You could also do the same thing with cottage cheese. Just put a little dollop of cottage cheese on there. Next are our cucumber rounds with cream cheese and our everything bagel spice. Now remember, that is sesame seeds, poppy seeds, garlic powder, onion powder, and salt. Mix all that together and that stays good in the cupboard for months, so you can pull it out anytime you need it and use that, especially on a tray like this. We have our boats that are like our variation of an ants on a log. We have our avocado one here. We have our cream cheese one here. Like I said, you can fill that also with cottage cheese, or the tuna, right? Whatever you've got going. So good. Thanks for the delicious food. Sam, you are so welcome. My absolute pleasure. And last but not least, we have our little crackers here with our tuna that we made up with yogurt instead of mayonnaise, trying to keep it healthy, right? It was yogurt, a little bit of mustard, some salt and pepper, that's it. Tuna with a little bit of cucumber on top, a great bite, crunchy, hydrating, vitamins, so good for you guys. Like I said, if you have any questions, as always, you can always get in touch with me. And I really appreciate you tuning in, and I want to thank Community Living Toronto for having me. And we will see you guys next week with another amazing and fun, healthy recipe on our Recipe Wednesdays. I hope you enjoyed all of our snacks today. Have an awesome rest of your afternoon. Bye, guys.